courage, the resilience and determination to not only fight back, but without the calibre of players that they're missing due to Origin, Joey.
Yeah, we showed the clip of their Ezra Meehan. He was the difference on the left side, set up 2 tries. His running game was a real threat, but the old cliche was a game of 2 halves. They looked legless in the first half, the Broncos, and Bulldogs were really good. But then the second half, they just made some comical errors, and Broncos punished them.
Yeah, they got cocky, didn't they, the Bulldogs?
Their record against top 8 teams is at 2 from 8, something like that.
Really?
Their performance against the top 8 teams isn't flash. He was the difference, Ezra, by the end.
Hey, Willison was good.
Well, they had no middle.
He played in the front row and he killed him. He was fantastic.
So was Kobe Hetherington. He's a good player. Once again, the left side running off Ezra, and he plays to the outside, then this time he goes short.
One thing you highlighted during the game, there was a high shot, so the ball got played pretty much on the try line. The winger, Karapani, was on the 40-metre line.
40 metre?
Yeah.
It was 40 metres away. You saw Ezra come across so much time and just lofted it into their hands.
It was a throwback, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it was the old school style of footy where you just got deep
and you
ran hard.
Yeah.
You know, you ran into, you found the space, you identified space and you just ran hard into it. Yeah, it's great footy.
He's added so much on that left side, Ezra. Now he's back with his running game, but also his passing game.
Yeah.
But his running game is his best quality. We haven't sort of seen too much of his running game, but that left side was humming.
I've got to say, the crowd were relentless with him too.
Yeah.
They were booing every time he got the ball. And I've got to say, like, going to Bulldogs games at the moment, it's fantastic. The entertainment level is brilliant how they're doing it. Like, you know, how the team's running on, warming up, the whole lot. It's just great. But then when they were just into him the whole game, and for him to answer it, come up with a couple of awesome plays, they didn't quite handle, the crowd didn't actually quite handle that
They didn't know
as respectfully as they should have, as gracefully.
Gracefully.
Well, they didn't have much grace in them, so...
They got a pretty good run in. I think if the Warriors with the wobbles, with their injuries to Mitch Barnett and also Luke Metcalf, their halfback, I think they're 2 wins in front, 4 points. Broncos run in is pretty favourable. They played the Storm twice, and I think the last round they play the Storm, which will decide if they get the top 4. If they get in the top 4, look out.
And they've got Ben Hunt to come back as well still. Yeah. For the Doggies, so Matt Burton played in the centres, obviously Stephen Crichton in Blues camp, so you had Sexton and Lachlan Galvin. That was only for that week. Cameron Ciraldo said once Critter's back, Burton goes back to 6, but is it alongside Galvin or is it alongside Sexton now that we know Sexton is leaving at the end of the year?
I think they'll go with Galvin. Okay. I think he'll play halfback. It's hard for him to judge. First half, they look really good. But second half, they dropped that much ball. But with him moving on, I think they'll go Galvin. I think they'll go Galvin and Burton. Yeah,
I think they will as well. But I also think it's a really tough call on Toby Sexton.
Oh, 100%.
You know, like they're still sitting top 2. Like he's been their number 7 for the first half of this season, and he's got them into the position that they're in right now. So, you know, to gain a player halfway through the year like Lachlan Galvin, as good as Lachlan Galvin is, it's a tough call on Toby Sexton to say, righto, mate, thanks for that first half of the year, and out you go.
I don't reckon they will. I think he gives them a good bit of balance, and I think Galvin off the bench has been able to come on and really ignite them. I thought on the weekend, on Friday, he kept going to that left-hand side, and they come up with 3 errors. One ended up going to a try. And I think what happened, he just ran out of ideas, and I think that was, you know, the immaturity, I suppose.
Forced the pass a couple of times, didn't he?
Forced pass a couple of times. And I think he's just got to learn when that happens, he's always heading across throwing that outside pass.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to dummy and go. The other one is someone's got to come under, like make it an easy play, or you get your thoughts back. So I think he just overplayed that a little bit. So I reckon they'll stick with Toby. I think it's worked, and they might just start bringing him on earlier and earlier.
If they do that, though, I reckon if Galvin has a bench spot, I reckon they need to find or identify a particular spot that he plays. I think the rotation where Marnie comes off, Sexton goes to 9, I just don't think that
didn't work
that
against
works.
Penrith.
No.
What?